Hey guys, Street Stance Silver Garage. If you haven't subscribed yet, please consider doing so. It's free. You can unsubscribe at any time, but please subscribe whether you like our enduro races or our hot challenges or my how-to videos.
That is on.
Or me just building this 1,000 horsepower Civic right here that I'm standing in the engine bay of. Remember, at 1,000 subscribers, I'll be getting pepper sprayed and tased at the same time. So please like, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you guys don't miss anything. And let's get on with today's video. Alright guys, we're here. We're going to be putting the panels inside the car. So I already got one on. This is our driver's side door panel. So what happens essentially is you have to disassemble your handle and lock assembly, and hang on, I think there's some dirt on the camera, guys, but sorry about that. But you have to disassemble the handle, the lock assembly, and everything, because your new handle is actually going to be this pull strap. So I don't know if you guys can see this or not, but you got to disassemble the lock latch and everything, and it gets put together like this for the pull handle. So let me show you on the car, guys. It's a little tight in here, but I've got the car pushed all the way forward so I can get the door open. So sorry, hang on, let me close the door. The light is shining on the camera and you guys can't see. All right, so okay, what we have to do essentially is we have to take the lock rod here off. This entire rod here is no longer in use. Then as we come here, this rod has to actually, and the plastic, the clip, actually have to be moved down to here. So that way we could utilize this hole for the kit. So what we have to do here is this rod here, we disconnect all the bolts here, take this off, we get the rods, as you can see it's right there. We get the rod off of the handle and then the rod off of the lock, and we take this whole bracket off. We will no longer need it. We take this rod off, we use this rod, and we use this rod, and this rod gets moved to the bottom. So I'll go ahead and get that done, and I'll show you what it looks like before I go to put this all on. So I might just set you up here and let you watch, because it doesn't really take very long. It takes a minute getting these rods off, but other than that, it's very, very simple and forward. They slip over the top, they mount, and we utilize all these holes here. So we got push clips that actually hold this in, because I've already got one panel done, guys. But we're gonna set you up and let you watch me do this. It's actually very simple, really won't take very long. And then after that, we got panels to go on here. We got so after that, we got panels to go on here. We got panels for the rear seat delete, and we got quarter panels to go over here to cover all this stuff. So the entire car is going to be wrapped with aluminum on the inside. It's actually the LRB Speed panels. These are all just brushed aluminum. As you can tell, we just got them opened up. So there's a few things that we have to do, but first things first, the door lock latch there. It's kind of hard with the little GoPro here. So what we're going to do is we're going to start by taking these 3 screws out. And once we get the 3 screws out, we can get the rods off. Really, we just need the one rod off. The other rod comes off the other side. Try not to scratch the paint. Okay, like I said, save the 3 screws that came out of there because you're going to need them. So what we need to do here is, if you can see me here, I'm popping the clip here, one rod off. Then this one here is the kind of the pain. There it went. Okay, so now, as you can tell, we got it all off. We left the one rod. We leave our pad, and here's the clip. So what has to happen is we got to take this clip out, take this rod off, and swap them. So you just take this clip and it pushes up, turns to the side, and this rod just comes right out. Okay, so don't break these clips, because if you do not have these clips, you will not be able to use this. It won't stay in there. You'll have to go find these clips. And I'd say Honda has them, but they're probably going to be hard to get. So, just because everything else is hard to get. Alright, so I'm going to pop these off, switch them around so I can take this rod and put it in the bottom. This is what's going to control our actual lock. Okay? So we actually have to move that down because we need to utilize the hole right here. So give me 1 second, guys. I'll get you kind of turn around. Hope you guys can kind of see what I'm doing here. Okay, so got the clip out. Didn't break it, thank goodness. Okay, got the second clip out. Now, the white clip is smaller than the black clip for some reason. This rod's really tight to go in the white clip, but real easy to go on the other. So, and me, yeah, the rods are just a little bit different. The one for the locking mechanism is just a little bit smaller. So you have to put the black clip in the bottom. So we just pop that back in, slide this over, put the rod in the hole, spin your clip, and it clicks and locks it in. So this section is almost done. So what we need to do here is, they supply this little bracket. So we'll take this bracket, and you gotta have this little plastic washer. This keeps the rod from bending. So we gotta get this on there. Okay, now it's on. This here goes just like so. It goes around that piece of plastic, that plastic bushing, and goes there. But we need to get our handle assembly on first. So like I said, the reason why you don't want to tighten that is because we got to put, let's see here if you guys can see. The reason why you don't want to tighten this is because we got to put it around the hook on this rod. So now it's hooked on there. So give me 1 second, guys. I'm going to put you down. We're going to get it tightened up, which is kind of a process here. Because it's got a lock nut on it, so, and you don't want to bend the rod, so okay. Now I need to tighten the other one. Okay, so now the rod's tightened here. So as you guys can tell, we got it screwed on. Stays nice and straight. It's on the rod to pull the door open. So what we need to do, sorry. Okay, so like I said, the last one, we need to put our clip on now. The clip is what holds this rod so it doesn't get bent. So we're gonna put this back on, and it holds the rod up where it needs to be. Okay, so that's nice and tight. So now it works. All right, so now the next step on this thing is this right here. That hole, remember what I said we have to utilize this hole. So what we need to do here is let me grab it here, a little bit of pieces. So we got this bolt, 2 locking nuts, and a washer. That's all that came with the kit, but it does work. So if I figured it would need an extra washer, but it really doesn't. So what we need to do here is feed one of the nuts on here up so far, just far enough to get this in here, just far enough to get that in there and not have it rub the door. So that bolt goes right here. So give me 1 second here and I will set this up so we can get this thing complete. So first is we run a lock nut on first. And these bolts take the larger Allen wrench, that's why you need 2 of them. Okay. So I'm just running this nut up far enough to be able to get the other one on the back side with the washer. Well, the washer goes on the front, and I'll show you why. Bit. Okay, so now the washer actually goes on here, and if you can see, the washer goes on here because the reason why is, see how it's beveled here because it's a lock nut? That actually fits in the hole, so it like wobbles around real bad. So if you put the washer on first, then you take your second locking nut, which is, this is kind of a pain here. So put it in correctly here. Good catch. Okay, so now we got that in. Make sure this isn't going to hit the door. So it kind of is. So we're going to tighten the front. Okay, guys. So here's our bolt. It's set up with the lock nut on the back. If you can, I don't know if you can see it or not. There's a lock nut on the back, the washer in the front with a lock nut in the front. Here's the insert, guys. So this is a little difficult to get put on. So you pull your handle through. Okay. Okay. So now needs to be knocked forward. Close there. Be knocked forward some more. Yep. We got a dead below hammer here, guys. I'm gonna tap this forward. Okay. Okay, so you go back just a little bit. Okay, so what I'm trying to do, guys, is line up. There's supposed to be another one there, but there's no clip in them no more. So we got the black plastic clips. Okay, that one's good, that one's good. I'm hoping these ones will go in. It's not always perfect, guys. A couple of the holes don't exactly line up. They didn't on the other one either. So we'll go get the clips. Using little plastic clips. That's what came with the kit to hold them in. Okay, here's one. Okay, there it is. Now this opens the door, and I'll show you. We're going to pull the handle. Came right open. Pull the handle. You gotta pull it toward the front of the car, and it comes right open. So there are the new panels on the doors. So now, there's the other panel. I didn't really show you guys, but it's already in and done. So now we're gonna put the quarter panels in and the back deck panel. All right, guys. So what we need is all this stuff that come in the kit. Some flange nuts, this long set screw, this piece, little bushing, and reason why is what we gotta do is come in here inside the car, and as you can tell, you see the hole. Let's see here if I can do this to the right, not the big one, the small one. We need to put this set screw and all this in there and like build it out, because if you notice, see how it's got a lip on it, and right there at that hole is where that set screw comes through, and we bolt it down. So we'll get that in real quick. So I got to go in from the inside and get it. We'll get that in and I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, I got the big long set screw put on. So what you do is put a nut on the back side, just stick it through the cab of the car, the body of the car, and bolt it on there. Then this bushing goes on there. Okay, trying to do this one-handed here. Then you will put that washer on, then the panel goes on, then the other washer, and then you bolt it with this nut, and that bolts that panel there. And then we got a couple of pop clips and stuff we need to put in. So we got this. I just need to tighten this, and then we're all good to go. And then we can get the panel on the inside here. Okay. Hopefully this set up right here. Okay. That's where that screw comes into play there. Okay, then put the washer on it. And then we're gonna get that down there. We had a couple things we still have to do. We actually have to drill and tap up here. I don't know if you can see that or not. Kind of. Up here there's 3 holes. I got to drill and tap it. Okay. So I got 3 stainless steel screws that we're going to need over here. The drill bit that they supplied with the kit. And then the 2 plastic clips that we need to put in the back here. So I'm gonna reach through over here and see what. Okay, so now that looks better. So now I got to drill these 3 and put screws in each one of those. So if you couldn't see, there's 1 here, 1 here, 1 here. We have to drill all 3 of those holes and put those sheet metal screws in it. And then this side will be complete. All we do is have to do the other side. So almost there, guys. All right, so we have to do the same thing on this side as we did the other side. So get up in here. them on. Okay. Alright, now it's all set up for the other panel, so we're going to get the other panel in real quick. If I can get out the car. Okay. Now we gotta get the two clips in and the very back. Hope you guys can see it. I'll turn you a little bit. Hopefully you guys can see it now. I'll grab the clips. Put this one on. Okay. Now all I gotta do is drill my 3 holes on this side like on the other side, and our quarters will be in. Alright guys, got our drill with our drill bit set up on it. This way we can drill our 3 holes on the side here. Right here, these 3 holes, there's 2 there and then 1 above the bar there. So what I got to do is drill those 3 holes. Then there are, oh, if I can get to them here. They are these 3 stainless sheet metal screws that we got to put in the holes after we drill them. So I'm going to sit you guys down over here. This one's going to be the difficult one. Okay. All right. Alright guys, as you can see now our screws are in. So now it's nice. It's got a little play there. I might have to put another one in here down here somewhere eventually if it rattles too much. So we're gonna go ahead and drill the other side, get them in, and our quarter panels will be done. Okay. Okay. Three screws here. Okay. That fits there. I have to get a self tapper and put down here to hold that down there. That way it doesn't rattle. So now, get the wrenches out of here. We're going to get the rear seat delete put in here.